These are just people going out and earning a living.
Drivers want to go home at night, they want to be able to pick you up and take you where you need to go. They also want to get paid for the work that they do.
Taxi drivers come in for their fair share of flack, but what you're about to see might change your opinion. Drivers in the firing line, punched, assaulted, stolen from. This is a day in the office for some of Perth's taxi drivers.
It's viewed extremely poorly, it's not on, and it's completely unnecessary.
This bloke has got into a taxi at 5 a.m. on Burswood Road. It's the 10th of October this year.
The guy just flagged the taxi down, got in the taxi, and the taxi driver started asking him where he wanted to go, at which point the guy that got in the taxi became verbally abusive, and then punched the taxi driver. Didn't do anything else, punched the taxi driver and left the taxi and walked off. No motive, no reason, just an unprovoked attack on a taxi driver.
Detective Senior Constable Mark Franklin says he's confident the vision will help identify the attacker.
You'll see from the footage he's got tattoos, people who view this will know him.
A week later and another taxi attack. This time the driver had picked up these 3 passengers from the Bassendean train station and was taking them to Bedford. After verbal threats, the driver pulled over on Beaufort Street in Inglewood and asked them to leave.
Fearing for his own safety, he's asked him to leave again. This male's then demanded money from the taxi driver. He's physically reached over and taken money out of the taxi driver's pocket. The taxi driver, fearing for his own safety, didn't do anything to stop him because he was scared of what threat or what could happen if he tried to resist. So he's assaulted him, taken his money and left the taxi.
It's 1:30 in the morning on October 19. This group was picked up on Murray Street in Perth. The driver asked for $45 advance payment, but soon an argument erupts and the driver orders them out.
As a result of that, the taxi driver was punched repeatedly, had his glasses stolen, and there was a lot of verbal abuse towards him.
If it wasn't enough to assault the driver and steal his glasses, when the group got out of the cab, one of them started to kick the vehicle, damaging the side and front panels. No doubt the parents of this group will be interested to see what their kids get up to on a night out.
There is absolutely no need for that kind of exchange within the taxi. If you've got an issue with what's happened in your taxi, there are complaint mechanisms that are available to you to use, and using your fist is not one of those.
Ollie Williams from the Taxi Council says these sorts of incidents increase over the summer and festive season, many fuelled by alcohol. The good news is they're captured on CCTV.
Multiple cameras, 2 on the outside, 2 on the inside, plus audio. So the Department of Transport and the police have access to what happened as part of the entire journey. So they can see an event unfold, and yes, it provides very good footage indeed of what has happened in the taxi.
In another unprovoked attack, the driver picked up 3 men from the Warnbro train station. He drove them to Shoalwater, where 2 of the passengers got out. When the third gets out of the cab, without warning, he punches the driver in the face.
They don't need to be subject to violence, they don't need to be subject to threats or worse. We've seen personal property and cash stolen from the taxi drivers.
If you know one of these people, they've done unimaginable things to a driver, guy who's just doing his job, and they need to let the police know. They need to call Crime Stoppers.